Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie, and this is another document of my dealing with Bell's palsy. Today is probably like day 10 or something like that. Friday, 1 week ago, I was diagnosed, so today is Monday. So we're somewhere around day 10, and I have been making these videos every day, just every couple of days to document the progress, so that I also can have something to look back on, as well as give some information to my doctor, also to help others who might be dealing with Bell's palsy. I will say today is a great day. In terms of my ability to speak, the letter P is still like a challenge for me to say any words with the letter P in it. B at first was really hard. B, but B is better, easier, flows better. Yesterday, which was Sunday, I had a full day. That was like my second day without any meds at all. In case you're watching this video first, so the any F words are a challenge for me too. Still, it just feels like I have to force a lot of air out. So, I'm not a stutterer. It just seems like I am because I'm trying to pronounce my words and enunciate. Let's see. I was saying that. What was I saying? Yesterday was Sunday. I had a full day. I had jaw tenderness all day yesterday. All day Saturday I had jaw tenderness, and I think all day Friday. Today is Monday, and I still have a lot of jaw tenderness, and it's all along here. It's very tender to the touch. When I put on makeup, it's painful because I use a little sponge to blot my foundation in, and my even rub in my primer, anything. I'm so glad nothing's really touched my face. Like, I don't know what I would hit my face on, but thank God I'm not accidentally bumping it, because it is so tender. And I think this is what the one young lady I was watching on YouTube was experiencing, because she kept saying she had to make herself not an ice pack, but a warm, hot heating pack out of rice. And she said, oh, this thing is just so great. My lips are getting dried out, excuse me. And she's like, I live for this thing, it's so wonderful. I just sit and lay on it. And I was thinking, why is she doing that? And then at that time, I was just a few days in. I didn't have any pain at all. My face was actually not numb, but it was just frozen. And so I didn't understand what that girl was doing. I was like, why does she have pain? Because I don't have any pain. Oh my gosh, now I understand why. But guess what? That young lady, her face went back to normal within about 25 days. It was almost undetectable that she had any symptoms. I could still see like some symptoms with her eye, both eyes not closing at the same time, but for the most part she was completely back to normal. And so I'm really excited, because I think that's what's happening for me. Especially if you look at all my other videos, you can kind of see my progress. Excuse me. You can see my progress. I am able to speak better. You see me put my hand here. I found that when I do that, it forces the lips on this side to open so that the words can flow out better. It's weird. It's like a subtle adjustment that I made to my life during this time. And sometimes I'll just hold my face like this and talk to people, and it kind of probably looks weird to them, but they're probably not paying attention. So I'll do something like this. This is it's more conspicuous, and it forces the air out on this side. If you can tell, my lips look, like they're really working together. Here, these are kind of still going over to the right, but if I do this, it's kind of bringing them, back to first position, a normal position. So I'm really happy about that. And you know what? I decided this at the beginning. I decided that if my face does not heal, I was just gonna make adjustments, right, and go through life like a normal person as much as I could. And as humans, we tend to make we tend to have to make adjustments anyway, right? When our body has to compensate, other parts of our bodies have to compensate for when another part of our body misfires, malfunctions, or is disabled, so to speak. And I had decided early on I was not going to live my life in a woe is me position regarding this. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm some kind of a superhuman or anything like that, but I did decide, know that our minds, the way we think determines our level of healing. I already know that. I don't really know how I know that, being a person that never really had issues with her health, but that's something I believe deep down inside, that our ability to give ourselves pep talks and think positively and find ways to continue pushing forward is always going to promote our healing. When we start to get mentally bogged down and hopeless and in despair, and when we are not trying to help ourselves through stimulating our minds with other things, not that you ignore what you're going through from a health perspective, but that you don't feed it negative energy, because negative energy is a real thing. It's very real. And every day I don't even talk about Bell's palsy unless somebody through my normal day. Remember, you guys, I was concerned about weirding out the kids at the school that I'm a therapist at. It was like, I don't know what happened, but my very first client after my diagnosis, I had decided I was going to just let them know, like, you know what, something's going on with me. If you see my mouth doing blah blah blah, then this is that. My first client, I didn't need to talk about it. I gave her my attention, and I gave if she was a young man, I think, but anyway, whoever it was, I gave them my attention, and I focused on them and what they were coming to see me for. I was still mentally capable of listening, directing, getting through my administrative work. That son, you guys, I'm so sorry. It's just really awake. So I just went through my day like normal, and I didn't even feed into it even then, because guess what, I didn't want the kids to feel sorry for me, it was, they had to see people who look different than them all the time. For the most part, I look different because I'm black. For the most part, I'm probably different because I'm a therapist. They never seen a therapist. So many things that make me different from them. I don't want to focus on the Bell's palsy, not mine, because this ain't mine. This is something that happened. So I didn't want to focus on the Bell palsy. And I had great sessions. They didn't ask me questions about it, but if they had, I would have been more than willing to talk about it, because I want to educate people about things. So it was a really awesome experience. And not that session, but just this experience with me dealing with Bell's palsy has been an amazing experience for me. And even if this is the extent of my healing, I'm okay with that. God doesn't have to heal anybody, and I'm just grateful for whatever progress I make. I'm learning to make the main thing, and some things in life just not worth my attention. It's not worth my energy. It ain't worth my effort or anything like that. So there was a spiritual piece to this. In some parts of my life, I feel stuck. Guess what? My face is stuck. And I was trying to force, and seemingly like force, my face to kind of go back to normal, so to speak. But the doctor says, Jamie, it's nothing you can do to force this to go back to normal. It's just gotta take time. And that was such a powerful statement for me, because I could see beyond what she meant by that. The Spirit of God spoke to me in that moment and said, yeah, you're stuck, but you're not. It's not gonna be like this always, and it's a temporary thing, and you just gotta ride it out. And you just make adjustments in your life so that you can continue to move forward in my power. And because really nothing you could do. You don't have any power over this, no control whatsoever. And so I had to be submissive to this thing. And this is a thing where I have to be submissive to God. And I see that. And I'm glad God showed me that. And that's like where I am with this. I went from fear to faith, really, because I was afraid. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was having a stroke. I thought I had a stroke, rather. I didn't think it was a stroke at the time with the jaw, but then again, I was like, man, could this be signs of a stroke? Because it was like here, but it wasn't in my jawline. Where I had been previously taught that's where strokes start. But anyway, it wasn't. I was fearful then, but now I'm just operating in faith, the faith that God gave me, and I'm looking forward to a full recovery or whatever the life brings to me, and making the best out of it. So hopefully that's encouraging to you. Let's see my smile. It's looking more like a smile. But that's as far as I got. So it's still kind of much frozen on the side. But that's okay. It's alright. It is what it is. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.